There are so many applications of differential equations in economics. In this lecture, we will discuss all of them, and some of the applications of differential equation in economics are reported as under. First of all, differential equations are used to determine the stability conditions of microeconomic models of market equilibria. Differential equations are also used to trace the time path of growth under different conditions. Given the growth rate of functions, differential equations enable the economists to find the functions whose growth is described from point elasticity. Similarly, differential equation can be used to estimate the demand function. Similarly, we can also estimate the capital function from investment function, and total cost and total revenue function from marginal cost and marginal revenue functions. So these are some basic applications of differential equations in economics, and we will solve different problems on these topics. Maybe not in this video, but we will discuss all these topics with numerical examples in the subsequent videos as well. Now we are going to start to use differential equations to analyze the conditions for dynamic stability of microeconomic models. So to understand this, let us take an example. So given the demand function and supply function, we can analyze the stability conditions for this market as under. Look at it. First of all, we need to determine market equilibrium price. For this, we have to equate quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied, or we can equate QD is equal to QS. So since QD is equal to C plus BP, it must equal to G plus HP. So we have to equate it. Rearranging it, so C minus G, this is equal to HP minus BP, or C minus G, this is equal to, if we take P common, is H minus B into P. And so the market equilibrium price will be P bar, this is equal to C minus G divided by H minus B. So this is the market equilibrium condition, but this is the initial equilibrium. Now assume this. Assume that the rate of change of price in the market, change in price due to change in time, is a positive linear function of excess demand. Excess demand means quantity demanded minus quantity supplied, such that change in P due to change in time, change in P due to change in time, this is the M time QD minus QS, where M is greater than 0 because it is a positive linear function of excess demand. Excess demand is QD minus QS. Now this is a differential equation. If we look into it, this is a differential equation. It means that price will change over time. Price will change over time, but for the dynamic stability, it is mandatory that your price over time must converge to the equilibrium price over time. So if we substitute the value of QD and QS in this equation, so it will become change in P due to change in time, this is equal to M time. Since we know that QD is equal to C plus BP and minus G plus HP. This is from over here. If you look into it, this is your QD and this is your QS. All right. If we further simplify this, it is equal to M time C plus BP minus G minus HP, or we can also rearrange it in the form of m time c minus g minus h p plus b p, or if we further simplify, then this equal to m time c minus g minus m time, if we take p common, this is h minus b into p. This is equal to what? This is equal to change in p due to change in time. Or if we shift it to the left hand side, then change in p due to change in time, this is plus m time h minus b into p, and on the right hand side we are left with m time c minus g. Now if we look into it, this is not different from a linear differential equation, because we know that c minus g is constant, m is constant, and similarly m, h, b, all these are constant. What is variable is p and time, right? So this is a linear differential equation because there is no interaction term, and the maximum power of the variables is also 1. So this is a linear first order differential equation. So we can use it, the respective formula for linear differential equation, to solve it. As we know that the formula for linear differential equation is p of t, this is equal to e raised to power minus integration of v dt from previous lecture, right, into a plus integral of z time e to the power integration of v dt, right, and into dt. So this is the formula for linear differential equation, and clearly we can see that in our case v is equal to m time h minus b, and z is equal to m time c minus g. So we can put these values in this formula. If we put values in this formula, we will get, or let us first simplify this formula. If we simplify this, pt, if we take the integration of minus v dt, so it will be minus vt, and similarly this is a plus integration of z e raised to power vt, right, and this is dt. If we further simplify this, then this is equal to e raised to power minus vt into a plus the integration of this is z e raised to power vt, and we know that the integral of the exponential function is, you have to rewrite the exponential functions as it is multiplied by the derivative of the exponent with respect to t. So if we take the derivative of vt with respect to t, we are left with v. So this is the integration. So the formula has adopted this shape. Now if we multiply e raised to power minus vt with a, and this is equal to a time e raised to power minus vt and plus z e raised to power vt into e raised to power minus vt divided by v. Clearly this is equal to a e raised to power minus vt or plus z over v, because if we take the exponent and add the power, it will be a to the power 0, and anything raised to the power 0 is always equal to 1. So a raised to the power 1 is 1. So we are left with ae raised to the power minus vt plus z divided by v. This is equal to what? This is equal to pt. We can name it this equation number A, right? Now we have to determine the value of A. To determine the value of A, let us evaluate it at t is equal to 0. At t is equal to 0. So it will be p of 0, this is equal to a e raised to the power 0 plus z over v, or this is equal to a plus z over v. If we solve it for a, the value of a, you have to shift z over v to the left hand side. It will be p of 0 minus z over v, this is equal to a. So this is the value of a. You can put this value of a in equation number A. Equation number A is this one. So putting the value of a in equation A. So we have to put it in equation A. Equation A is p of t, this is equal to a is equal to p of 0 minus z over v. This is the value of a we have put for this a. And e raised to power minus vt, e raised to power minus vt, and here plus z over v, plus z over v. So we got another equation, but we know the value of z and v, as we know that z and v are equal to this. So if we substitute for these values, pt would become pt, this is equal to p of 0 minus z is equal to m time c minus g divided by m time h minus v. M is cancelled out with m, and e raised to power minus v minus m time h is again, h is equal to v is equal to h minus v into t, and plus z over v, which is again m into c minus g divided by h m into h minus v. This is cancelled out. So we are left with p of t, this is equal to p of 0, which is the initial price, and c minus g divided by h minus v, this is equal to p bar, the equilibrium price, because we have c in it here. P bar is equal to c minus g divided by h minus v. P bar and e raised to the power minus m time h minus v into t plus p bar. So these are the short-term dynamics. And e raised to the power minus this thing, so long as h is greater than b. If h is greater than b, if you are increasing f and f t tends to infinity, this whole term will vanish. Right? And we will be left with pt, this is equal to, it will approaches to 0, because e raised to power, if e has exponent with minus sign and you increase the value of the exponent, e vanishes, and as long as v vanishes, it tends to 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is also equal to 0. So this thing will vanish as t increases, and your pt will converge to, p bar, and so the equilibrium exists. It is the stability condition for microeconomic model in case of demand and supply. So this is how differential equation can be used to analyze the stability condition in microeconomic models. Thank you. Thanks for watching.